The Redding Civic Auditorium has been a cultural anchor in Shasta County for over 50 years. But right now, the doors are locked, the lights are off, and the massive 2,000-seat space is completely dark. Promoters have abruptly canceled or relocated an entire season of major 2026 tours. That includes massive legacy acts like Bonnie Raitt, who is scheduled for a highly anticipated October show. The Gypsy Kings lost their August date. Earth, Wind and Fire, Chicago, Gary Allen, an entire calendar of high-profile entertainment and local economic activity wiped out in a matter of weeks. To find out why a premier venue suddenly collapsed, we have to look at the financial logs. Thanks to the investigative reporting by local news outlet Shasta Unfiltered, we can trace exactly how this happened. After 14 years of running the facility, the current management group, a nonprofit called Advance Redding, announced they are permanently walking away from the property on July 4, 2026. Which raises a massive question. Why would the operators of a half-century-old community landmark sitting on highly desirable riverfront property completely throw in the towel? Back in 2011, the Civic was aging rapidly. The city was bleeding cash trying to maintain the building and actually faced the very real prospect of permanently shutting it down. That's when leaders from Bethel Church stepped in. They formed the nonprofit Advance Redding specifically to take over management, revitalize the property, and relieve the city of the financial burden. Take a look at this bar chart showing the venue's baseline annual revenue. Notice this massive block dominating the total income? That represents rent from Bethel's School of Supernatural Ministry, or BSSM. They leased large portions of the auditorium for daily classroom space, paying between $650,000 and $750,000 every single year. Those guaranteed rental dollars flowed directly into the building's operating budget. It subsidized the heavy maintenance costs and provided the financial cushion needed to book national touring acts for the public. But watch what happens in June 2024. BSSM experienced a sharp decline in enrollment and completely vacated the building. That massive income block drops straight to zero. Because Advance Redding still carried a fixed salary and benefits obligation of nearly $960,000, losing their anchor tenant blew an immediate $425,000 deficit hole in their budget. For over a decade, the auditorium appeared to be a thriving, self-sustaining venue. In reality, its survival was entirely dependent on the health of a single, highly vulnerable religious tenant. By 2025, that deficit was compounding. Without the school's rent, Advance Redding was drowning under rising daily costs and the expensive reality of fixing deferred maintenance on an aging HVAC system. The city of Redding stepped in to stop the bleeding. They deferred lease payments and handed over more than $1.1 million in emergency, taxpayer-funded grants to keep the doors open through early 2026. Then, the financial records went public. Tax filings revealed that Advance Redding had taken $49,500 of its funds and donated it to support Measure A, a citizen-led initiative pushing for a local sales tax increase. They wrote a massive check to influence local tax grant to save their business. That lack of transparency infuriated several council members. When Advance Redding returned in May 2026, asking for an additional $400,000 transitional package, the city council flatly rejected it. Losing their main tenant created the initial financial hole, but handing tens of thousands of dollars to a political campaign while begging for a bailout is what finally snapped the city's patience, severing the financial lifeline and dooming the management deal. The city of Redding now has to figure out what to do with an empty auditorium. Their immediate plan is to issue a request for proposals, a formal bidding process to find a brand new management group, and the asset they are bidding on is highly competitive. Unlike local casino venues like Wind River or Rolling Hills, the Civic sits on prime real estate right along the Sacramento River, mere steps from the popular Turtle Bay Park. It boasts over 2,000 indoor seats and features a massively underutilized outdoor arena space that can accommodate crowds no other local venue can touch. To succeed, the city needs a professional entertainment group capable of running the building on solid civic economics, entirely independent from the fortunes of a single megachurch. The collapse of Advance Redding is undeniably painful for the community in the short term, but it also gives the city a blank slate opportunity to permanently reclaim its largest cultural hub. We want to hear from you. Who do you think should step up and manage the Civic Auditorium in this next chapter? Let us know down in the comments. If you want to follow the city's bidding process as it develops, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and visit shastaunfiltered.com for more honest local reporting.